Okay, now that you have launched Hyprland by typing in Hyprland at the TTY or by logging in using your favorite display manager, you should be able to see a screen like this. Now, the first thing we're going to want to do is, of course, remove the warning. So if you have installed Kitty, which you should have done already, you should be able to press Super Q and have the Kitty terminal open up, after which we just need to open the Hyprland config with our favorite text editor right here. And once we do that, we should be able to scroll down, or rather right here, get rid of this auto generator equals 1 line. So as soon as we do that and save the changes, as you can see, the warning up top gets removed. We can also get rid of these comments that you see here that were just example comments, so on and so forth. Okay, great. Now, once that's done, next thing we need to change our monitor settings. Now, I've already changed the monitor settings by default. So here I've just replaced preferred for 1920 by 1080 at 144, which is basically what this monitor is capable of. Otherwise, it's going to say preferred over here. So the first little argument that you give to monitor is going to be the name of the monitor itself. So if you take a look at hyperctl monitors, you should get a list of different monitors that have been attached to your computer. Now, depending on which monitor you want Hyprland to show up on, you just have to get the monitor from here, and then you have to put that before the resolution here. Okay, that is going to be for the monitor choosing part. After that, this is the actual resolution of the monitor along with the refresh rate. So I personally have chosen 1920 by 1080 at 144. That's going to be the resolution and refresh rate that this monitor is running at. That's great. And then after this, you have another setting, which you would be best checking the Hyprland wiki for, but it's not actually that important, so we can just leave it out. Now, on this last argument over here, that's basically auto. Right now, this is actually standing in for scale. So by default, the scale is most likely going to be blown up right out of proportion. So the text and the images, whatever you see on screen, basically is going to be very, very big. Now, unless you change the resolution or you do something related to the monitor settings, Hyprland is not going to know that it needs to scale down whatever you're seeing. So you might just have to remove this auto, okay, remove the auto scale and then turn it to 1. If you turn that to 1, as you can see right now, there's no change, but by default, it's going to be something like 1.75 or even 1.5, actually 1.5. Yeah, it might be something like this. But if you don't want that, if you just want the authentic experience without using fractional scaling that you can on Wayland, just make sure to pick 1. And also, if you're going to rather prefer something like the fractional scaling that you see on Windows, where you have sizes like 125%, 150%, 175%, you can put those over here, but then you have to keep in mind that certain Wayland applications, basically apps that are not fully on Wayland, but just run through a compatibility layer, those apps are going to look very blurred and just broken, and they're not going to play well with fractional scaling. So it's a trade-off that you're going to have to make. Best thing would be to just leave it at 1 and then turn up the font size of whatever apps that you're using so you can still see whatever's going on without bothering the Wayland applications. So that is what we're going to do in terms of the monitor settings and the Hyprland config for now. Now, once we have installed this, we need to install a couple more things. Now, what else is it? So first, we've installed Hyprland and Kitty itself. That's how we're here. Next thing we need to install is a wallpaper daemon. Now, there are a couple of different options we can pick for this. We can either use SWWW or Hyperpaper. And by the way, if you haven't already installed Yay is an AUR helper on Arch Linux, which is going to help you install a bunch of packages. And it basically has the same functionality as Pacman, but then it also allows you to access the AUR. The Arch user repository, which is a huge, goddamn, really big collection of apps that the community of Arch Linux has created. So if you want to access this, you just have to install Yay. It's pretty simple. You can find instructions for it on the GitHub. But actually, for installing the apps that I'm going to tell you, you don't even have to use an AOR helper. You can just use something like Pacman. So Pacman-S, you can pick SWWW if you want transitions, if you want different wallpaper transitions. But if you plan on keeping a stationary wallpaper that doesn't change often, if at all, then Hyperpaper is going to be best for you. I will show you how to set up both. So let's just install these both for now. Okay, so that's going to be for our wallpapers. Then after that, we have ZSH for our shell. So using the bash shell by default is not going to be the most fun. So we can actually make our shell look so much better, prettier, and more fun by using the Z shell. So we're going to be using that as our shell. Then after that, we have Rafi for the app launcher. If you've seen a bunch of my other videos, then you will know that whatever app launcher that I use when it comes to the grid app launcher, where I'm choosing between different desktop files, or whether I'm using the custom theme switcher, where I'm switching between different themes, Rafi is the backbone and backend for all of such functionality that's on my PC. So Rafi is going to be our app launcher for this particular purpose. Then after that, we have Waybar. Now, Waybar is going to be our status bar. We can also use something like Hyperpanel if you want to set that up. However, setting up Waybar is much simpler, and the more you get used to editing configs and whatnot, the easier it becomes. And as you start to climb the ranks of beginner ricer to intermediate ricer to advanced and even pro ricer, you're just going to have to deal with more and more config files anyway. So the sooner that you get used to it, the better. So that's why I will be teaching you how to rice Waybar as well in quite less time so that you don't have to spend too long on it. Okay, that's for our status bar. And after that, lastly, for the notifications, we're going to be using Sway NC. Now, Sway NC combines a lot of different aspects of a notification daemon into one. You have the notification panel itself. Along with that, you have an Empress player, media player. So basically, that's the part of the notification daemon which allows you to see what music or what media is currently playing, so that it allows you to do that as well. And not just that, of course, you also have the actual notification part. So all in all, Sway NC is a pretty good candidate for being a notification daemon. It's what I personally use, and you can make it look really cool, and you can make it have really slick animations, which of course is the whole point of using a compositor like Hyprland. So let's install this, and once that's done, in the next video, we will be configuring all of these apps. So sudo pacman-s. Let's just install all of this. There you go. Most of it is already installed. And I forgot to tell you one thing. Here's a pro tip. If you're ever installing a bunch of packages that you know some of them are already on your PC, you can pass in the -- needed flag to only install the packages that aren't already installed. So in my case, most of these apps are already installed. So the only thing that would be installed would be Hyperpaper. So I can just press Y or just hit enter, and it's going to work. You can just ignore this. You can ignore this because it doesn't really matter, right? But anyway, as you can see, it works out successfully and it's all done. Now, after that, what else is it we need to do? We need to configure the wallpaper, of course. So let's open this. Actually, let's make it a bit easier for you to see and increase the scale. So we'll go into Hyprland's config file, increase the scale to 1.25 so that you can see things a bit clearer. Okay, now that that's done, let's go ahead and actually change the wallpaper. So in order to change the wallpaper, we're going to have to pick a good one. And that is going to be done, hold on, let's close this, by going to a website called Wallhaven. So all of the pro ricers that you see on r/UnixPorn, all of us get most of our wallpapers from here. Now, this is a good place to find random wallpapers that are part of a bunch of different aesthetics. You can find them inside of the top list. However, okay, let me actually just show you what the wallpapers here look like. So as you can see, they're more anime styled. And here you have a couple ones of nature as well. So they look pretty good. Apart from that, if you just want a minimal plain background wallpaper that you can use, that you don't mind changing ever so often, right? If you don't change it too often, then you can just look for an abstract minimal wallpaper, and you'll find plenty of them in the images section of whatever search engine you use. So we can just take a look at the images. And here, as you can see, you will find plenty of them. Now, we can also look for a dark version, a dark abstract minimal wallpaper. Should be able to find lots of different ones here. So you can pick this one if you wanted to. And if not, you can pick something else. But the one that we saw earlier just then actually looks pretty good. So just we'll go ahead and keep this. So let's visit this wallpaper. And here, we'll just go ahead and get the wallpaper itself. So we can choose between different wallpapers if you just wanted to change your mind. But let's see if we can find the same one. Okay, there it is. Just click here and scroll down. Should be able to find download somewhere here. Okay, now I have gotten the wallpaper. And now that that's done, there's, again, as I just mentioned, there are two ways in which you can change your wallpaper. Either if you want transitions, you're going to have to use SU or SWWW. Same thing, right? You have to either use that or use Hyperpaper. In order to make things simple and still keep it fun, I'm going to be using SU for the transition part, as well as just streamlining the theming aspect of Hyprland, so I'm going to be using that. In order to set that up, well, it's pretty simple. You just have to start the daemon. And once you start the daemon, as you can see, it's already running. But because you haven't actually passed any arguments to the daemon itself, it's not going to do anything. So what we can do here is just send this to the background with ampersand disown. There you go. And here we should be able to close this app and still have the daemon running in the background. We also need to add this to our auto start. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's scroll down to auto start. Should be somewhere here. There you go, auto start. We just have to add exec once equals swww. There you go. Once that's done, okay, now we actually need to get the daemon. So once we execute the daemon, we should be good to go. Okay, now after that's done, we just need to choose a wallpaper. So img, you can just choose downloads and this. And there you go. The transition actually happened pretty quickly, so quickly in fact that you couldn't see it, but it happened regardless. So if you wanted to switch between different wallpapers, all you'd have to do is just pass in the transition type and you'd be able to change that as well. So now we have a wallpaper. Next thing we need to do is just set up Waybar as well. So let's just get Waybar, the bare minimum of Waybar up and running. Let's do that with, okay, so Waybar is already installed, which means we need to just get the configuration file up and running. Even if we don't do that, we should be able to get Waybar's default config working, like so. So if we type Waybar, this is the default Waybar config that you see here. It works for now, so let's send this to the background as well. Now watch what happens when I close this terminal window. It closes, and as you can see, it doesn't kill Waybar automatically because the app has been forked to the background, as we say. Now we also need to make sure to go here, go into the auto start, and execute Waybar once as well. So exec once equals Waybar. And after that's done, we should have it configured. Now, all that's well and good. Let's see what else we can configure next. So right now, the app launcher that I just used over here was Wafi. If you haven't already installed Wafi, you're not going to be able to access this. However, we have a better replacement, and that is going to be Rafi. So Rafi-show drun should be able to get this exact same thing over here. We can also run Rafi theme switcher and switch the theme between a couple of different pre-built ones. But we can do that. We can do the configuration part later on. We can just set up the bare minimum right now. So config Hyprland. Let's go down to this part over here. So let's look for Wafi. So this is the menu variable over here. We can replace Wafi with Rafi-show drun. And now if we run mod key and r, this is what you see. Great. All that's done. So we've installed ZSH as well. Let's configure that too. Just need to change shell. So chsh means change shell. -s. What shell do you want to change to? That's going to be bin ZSH. So it changes for the current user. Enter password. Shell changed. You're gonna have to log out and log back in for the changes to take place. Okay. And after that, we just need to execute sway-nc. So sway-nc, if you run that, it's already running. Now, because this is a different user, you're going to get this error. Otherwise, you're not going to get this error. So let me show you what it's actually supposed to look like. Okay, and now if I run sway-nc, it's already running, so we might just have to kill it, kill all-9 sway-nc. Just keep repeating the process until sway-nc finally dies, because it just doesn't want to die. Now after that, sway-nc, there you go. Now you don't see anything, but watch what happens when I actually try and send a notification. So the way you send notifications is using notify send. So if I send notify hello, this is what you see, hello. Now there is a way to activate the panel as well with sway-nc. That's going to be done. Let's check the help in order to figure out what does it. So man sway-nc should be able to find it in there. And sway-nc, scroll down. Okay, it's going to be somewhere in here. Okay, we just have to look for it. And okay, even if it's not here, it's something pretty simple that we can figure out later on, but that is going to be it for configuring our notifications. That's done. Of course, we need to send this to the background like any other app. There you go, send it to the background and auto start it as well. So we'll go back to, okay, let's just go back again. nvim config hyprland.conf, auto start, scroll down here, and we need to add exec once equals sway-nc. So once you add that, next time you launch Hyprland, everything is already going to be auto-started, and this is the environment that you will be able to see. So we've got pretty much all the basics set up. right? We've got everything covered, but we just have to configure it, which is what we will be doing in the next video. So in this video, right now, we've set up our wallpaper, we've set up Waybar, Kitty, that's just done by default, CSH, Rafi, and Sway and C. So all of that's done. In the next videos, we're going to be configuring each of these apps to make them look pretty, to make them even more functional, and to get the most out of our setup. And by the way, if you want to learn how to make a full setup, right? Exactly what I'm teaching you over here, but not just in 1 hour, but over 10 hours of content where I teach you exactly the step-by-step process that I use in order to think about how to make new configs and how to actually go about making them without breaking a single thing, and how to future-proof your setup and a hell of a lot more, you can go ahead and click the first link in the description and check out Hyper. It's a program where I've compiled my 4 years of Hyprland racing knowledge into one place that's over 10 hours, so that you can just download whatever I've learned over the past 4 years into your own brain, so that you don't have to go through the same mistakes and struggles that I did. So if you're a fan of just skipping all the bad stuff and heading straight to the good stuff, just learning other people's knowledge as fast as possible, right, without having to go through all of the scars yourself, just picking them up, then you can go ahead, click the first link in the description, check out Hyper. If you liked the video, hit like. If you loved it and want to see more like this in your feed, hit subscribe, and I will see you next time. Stay racing. Mwah.